Imagine a version of you that easily attracts business success, who wakes up every morning ready to dominate their field. This version of you isn't just a goal or a dream, it's a reality waiting to happen. In this video, I'm going to show you how shifting your identity is the key to unlocking your business potential. If you're ready to not just transform what you do, but who you are, stick around, because I'm going to run through how identity shifting can unlock your business potential and lead to your biggest breakthroughs in business. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know me, if you're new here, my name is Russell Grant, and my mission is to help you unlock new business potential, not by just upgrading your business skills, systems, and funnels, but also by unlocking that new potential within you, shifting your identity, your self-image, and therefore your reality, so you can achieve anything that your heart desires. So today we're exploring something really exciting and something personally that I've done over the years, which is how to shift your identity for business success. This isn't just one of those think positive videos. I'm actually going to share the actionable steps and the psychology to break down how to shift your identity today so that you can become the successful version of yourself. So first, let's talk about identity and why it really matters. Your identity is basically the thoughts, beliefs, and values that you hold about yourself. It's the story about who you tell yourself you are and what you're capable of. It's the lenses that you view the world and all of its situations through. But the problem is, many of us are carrying these limiting beliefs that are preventing us from becoming successful. These beliefs might sound like, I'm not good at sales, nobody wants my business, money doesn't grow on trees, or I'm just not a confident leader. And the truth is, if that's the identity you're living in and the one that you're attached to, it's going to shift and shape your reality. And as my mentor once said to me, Russell, if you had the beliefs, if you had the identity, the skills and the characteristics of someone that has the goals and dreams you desire, you would already have it, right? And yes, it was a tough pill to swallow, but I had to really take a hard look in the mirror, and I had to come to terms with my current results in life were perfect because they were in perfect alignment with my identity, my character, how I viewed the world and all of its situations and challenges. So you're probably asking, how do I shift my identity? So identity shifting is the practice of consciously redefining who you are. It's saying, I am the person, and filling in the blanks to redefine who you are. And it comes down to changing these two powerful words. And if you change these two powerful words, you will change your world. And those are the two words, I am. If you change your I am, you will change your world. And it's the conscious practice of filling in that gap with the I ams of the achievements, the traits, the characteristics, the beliefs, and the skills of the new version of you. The version of you that has all of the success, whether it's health, whether it's wealth, money, finance, freedom, that person in the future that has it already, but bringing it into the present right now and then acting with intention on those I ams. And by changing your inner beliefs and your inner thoughts, you can start to make decisions that are aligned with your goals. These could be things like, I am someone that confidently closes high ticket sales. I am a confident leader. I am self-disciplined. I am a man or woman of my word. I'm a high performance business leader. Any of these that are in alignment, you just need to act on it. And the reason why identity shifting has become a popular topic for entrepreneurs, business owners, and creators is because it gets to the root of sustainable change. And instead of forcing yourself to adopt habits and actions that make you feel uncomfortable, you're actually transforming who you are at your core so that it feels natural and you're in flow. So now I'm going to share with you the 3-step process to shifting your identity permanently. So step 1 is to define your future self. Get crystal clear and have a vision of the future of who you actually are and you want to become. You want to write down, what does a day in the life look like? Literally from the morning to the evening, from wake up to bedtime, of your perfect day of who you are. How do you handle challenges? How do you show up for business? How do you show up for yourself? How do you show up for family? How do you view obstacles, challenges, setbacks? How disciplined are you? How focused are you? What work are you doing? What does your body look like? What clothes are you wearing? Your tonality, your posture. You need to get crystal clear on defining that future version of you and write it down and be specific. And when you get crystal clear on your future self, you're creating a blueprint that your mind can act on in alignment with actions daily to achieve the outcomes that you want. Step 2, which is extremely important, is to reframe limiting beliefs. We all have mental blocks that hold us back, but the good news is they're not set in stone. But let's just say you have a limiting belief that you're not a natural born leader. You're not a natural leader. You're not someone that has high energy. You're authoritative. You have conviction. And instead of those thoughts going over and over again playing in your mind, this internal dialogue that's just disempowering you and keeping you away from that future version of you and the goals and dreams that you want, we need to reframe it. You can reframe this into something like, I am developing strong leadership skills every day. And each time that you catch yourself replaying that negative thought that's disempowering you, you just got to ask yourself a powerful question. Because questions are the steering wheel of the mind. Sometimes we come off the beaten road, sometimes we come off the track. We just need to ask ourselves powerful questions to steer ourselves back on. And the question I ask myself over and over again, is this thought or belief actually serving me? Is this thought or belief taking me one step closer to my inspiring future? Or is this thought or belief, if I act on this, going to bring the past back into the present? And if that belief isn't serving you, you just need to flip it and make it into something empowering that supports the future you, that takes you one step closer to that compelling and inspiring future. I like to use the AAA method, which stands for awareness, acceptance, and aligned action. So we need to be aware of these thoughts. We need to be aware of how our environment triggers us with these thoughts to go back to those old beliefs that our old self is aligned with, that isn't taking us towards that future and desired outcome. Next is the acceptance. That's asking yourself powerful questions. As I said before, questions are the steering wheel of the mind. And then once you've flipped that unhelpful thought, the last A is the aligned action. What is the action that you can take to be in alignment with it so that you move one more step closer to that inspiring future and your dream outcomes and desires? Which perfectly moves me on to step 3, which is take aligned action consistently. And step 3 is where the real magic happens. Taking that aligned action. You may have watched all of these law of attraction videos and self-help, and they all talk about this manifestation and visualizing the character and the future and painting this picture. But we can't just sit there and just manifest our dream life, whether it's more money, a relationship, a Lamborghini, a big house. We have to take aligned action with it. So the law of action and the law of attraction are brothers from another mother, and they need to harmonize and work together in order for you to manifest your dream outcomes. So ask yourself, what would the successful version of you do? And start doing that daily. We're not going from 0 to 100, we're just going from 0 to 1. You just need to be 1% better each day. Re-sign that contract, recommit to yourself, and just demand 1% more of you than you did the previous day. And if you can do that consistently for 100 days, you would have 100x'd yourself, two-folded, and created the 2.0 version of you. And yes, this means stepping out of your comfort zone. Yes, it means getting uncomfortable. Yes, it means you may have to go through some pain. And yes, it's going to be hard, but you've got to choose your hard, right? I know it's hard staying broke or in the same place financially, but it's also hard doing the new things and getting rid of your old self and unhelpful thoughts and leaning into that discomfort. You've got one hard on one side that keeps bringing the past into the present, or you've got the other hard on the other side that takes you one more step closer towards that compelling and inspiring future. So you've just got to make that decision and that aligned action. Which hard are you going to choose? And every time you take an aligned action with your future self, it's like casting a vote for that new identity. And over time, these small steps add up and they reinforce these beliefs that you are the successful business owner that you want to be. So now we've got those 3 steps covered. Now let's start looking at daily practices to reinforce that new identity. Here are a few powerful ones that you can get started with today. Number 1 is visualization. Spend a few minutes each day in a quiet space. You can be meditating. I like to do this in a sauna, visualizing that future you. Visualize yourself as that successful person. Picture yourself achieving those goals and being confident with your new abilities. Number 2 is affirmations. Write down a few affirmations that describe that new identity that is in alignment with the one that you want to embrace. And say them every morning with intention. I like to go one step further with this, and I spend about 10 to 15 minutes in a visualization meditation, where I actually can smell, taste, feel, and touch the future version of me. I picture a state. So for example, a dream of mine and my wife has been for many years to move to the island of Crete. I currently live in the UK. The weather isn't too great today. And I've been visualizing for the past 12 months, me waking up in my villa, opening the patio doors, walking out barefoot on the grass, smelling the coals from last night's barbecue, looking out at the sun rising, listening to the pool filter, And I'm not saying any of this to impress you, but to press upon you. I've been visualizing that every morning, and the man who I need to become, the skills, the beliefs, the characteristics, the traits to be in alignment with it. And as recording this video today on the 10th of November, I am 10 days away from flying out and emigrating with my family to live our dream life. So this stuff really does work. And number 3 is journaling. You want to be reflecting every single day. You want to be celebrating at least 3 wins each day. You want to be celebrating at least 3 things that you're grateful for each day. And you want to write down at least 3 I ams each day and the actions that are aligned with it. And the reason for this is because when we celebrate wins each day, whether they're the little high fives or the big high fives, over time this creates strategic confidence. And then when we celebrate what we're grateful for each day, it actually triggers abundance. And when you're in an abundant state and an abundant frequency, everything is on its way to you because you are enough, you have enough, and there is enough out there. And there's always going to be these moments in the journey where you feel like you're a bit beat down. You feel a bit hopeless. You're not seeing progress as quick. But if you're journaling every single day and you're writing down 3 wins each day and 3 things that you're grateful for, you can look back on that journal and realize you're doing a good job, you have enough, there is enough, and you are enough. This will compound over time. And before you know it, your dreams will be part of your new reality because your identity is in alignment with it. And by doing these small 3 actions every single day, they're going to serve as reminders that are going to gradually reprogram your unconscious mind. And these 3 small actions serve as daily reminders to reprogram your brain, your unconscious, to start seeing yourself differently. This is going to create your new self-image. And if your character and your actions are in alignment with it, everything you want is just 1 step away. And remember, we've only got to be 1% better each day. Demand that 1% more. And before you know it, do this for 100 days and your whole world will shift. So let's recap. Shifting your identity is a process, but it does start with defining your future self. So we have to have a clear vision. We also have to reframe limiting beliefs that aren't serving us, that are disempowering us, that are bringing the past back into the present on a daily basis. And then lastly is just taking consistent action in alignment with that new identity and that new future that you want to create. And remember, this isn't just about acting as a successful person, because you can fake it till you make it, but when you make it, you fake, and people usually just go back to where they was. They start feeding that old life, that old identity, and before you know it, everything that you've built starts crumbling around you. It's about becoming that version of yourself inside and out. It's changing those I am statements. And remember, if you change your I ams, you will change your world. And I want to leave you with this. Success isn't something you chase. It's something that you attract by becoming your future self. We don't achieve goals. We don't achieve outcomes. We don't achieve financial situations. We don't achieve businesses. We achieve characters and identities that are in alignment with our goals. So stop chasing money, stop chasing the business, stop chasing the girl or whatever it may be, and start chasing the version of you that can have it with ease. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you found value, leave a comment below, like and subscribe for more tips on mastering your mind and your business for more success. And let me know in the comments, what is that one limiting belief that's holding you back from success? And also, what would your future self do differently in order to achieve business, life, financial or health success? Let's start a conversation in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.